know our first guest as one of the original Real Housewives of New York. Since then, well, and even during it, Jill is a businesswoman. She does charity work like no other. She's a fabulous mom, a fabulous sister, and a fabulous friend. And she joins us now from Florida. Hi, Jill.
Hi, good morning. Happy Monday.
Hi, sweetheart. Happy Monday. I always like to start off interviews with a compliment, and this one will be no different. Jill, I've been following Jill for many years, and back in at the beginning of Housewives, and we'll talk about Housewives a little bit later, but right at the beginning of the hoopla around Housewives, Jill was inundated with interview requests, and our radio show had just started, a little bitty radio show, and Jill was nice enough to appear on the radio show during season 2 of The Real Housewives. And I've never forgotten that, Jill. I've never forgotten how, real and how kind you were.
Well, I appreciate that. And look how far you've come. Congratulations. It's a pretty big deal for us.
Thank you, sweetie. Let's talk about we don't even have time to talk about all the things Jill Zarin's doing. Oh, who's back there?
That's Gary, my boyfriend. He's just popping in to say hi.
Allie's tie-dyeing. She can't make it right now.
Hi, Gary.
She's so far behind.
Okay, Gary.
Sorry.
Sorry about that. It's a crazy house.
No, I love it. I love it. That's why I love live. I love live TV. It's busy because you guys, you and Allie, Jill's daughter, you got in. I was just talking about masks. You got into the mask making business. How did this happen, Jill?
It just, in my life, things have just, organically happened. First, we started with Nauseous for Nurses. We did a charity to feed nurses around the country when everybody was in lockdown and restaurants were closed. And these nurses just couldn't get a meal because they were so busy saving lives. And so we started with that. And then we saw there was a need for masks. A lot of these nurses, there was a shortage of N95 masks, and that we're not involved in. But they wanted to have just a regular mask to use so they wouldn't waste an N95 going home. So we started, with masks, and they're very, very comfortable. And it just took off because people found them, and you could read the reviews at jillzarin.com, that they're the most comfortable mask that people are wearing right now. And we have 2-ply, we have 3-ply, we have adjustable. Gary,
this is not one of the masks. Not one of the masks.
Okay, I'm going to kill him.
No.
Do you see that? That's my face.
That will not protect you from anything.
Okay, Gary, okay. By the way, I just wanted to tell you, you guys are out of Eden Prairie, right? You guys are in Eden Prairie,
yes.
Minnesota?
This is better.
So Eden Prairie, my best friend lives there. My best friend Monique, and she's actually a nurse, and she was the one who really started and inspired me to help nurses for many years. And she lives there, so I thought it was very funny when I found out where the interview was.
Oh,
his friend lives there, and I've been there. I've been there many times.
Over here in Eden Prairie.
I've been there many times.
Well,
yes.
And I love too for people to think, for people to think because Jill's a big old celebrity, somebody else is doing all the work. No, if you follow Jill on social, Jill and Allie are hand dyeing all of these masks, right, Jill?
Absolutely. I mean, you can see by my nails, which I don't have anymore, and they're usually black, but I did scrub them up this morning just for you. My hands are usually pretty dark, but you know what? I love it. I wouldn't do anything I don't love, and I love it, and I know how much it's helping people, and it puts a smile on everyone's face. And my daughter has been really good at the social media end of the business, and she's been sending masks to a lot of influencers who are posting them, like Dixie and these TikTok girls. I don't even know who they are. It's terrible I should say that, but Allison does. And they all love them. And, I don't pay them. I give them masks, but they're all posting and saying it's their favorite mask. So we just keep going and working and working and working. And we're making more and more and more. And we love it. We really do. Just the feedback, from people saying that I love your mask.
I love it.
You know what? There's not much to love around these days, and I don't need a new dress to go nowhere. So I think the only fashion statement people can make, and we all love fashion, women love fashion, are masks. And you can express yourself, and there's so many different kinds. And the market that we're in is the most comfortable kind. So, and the tie-dye. By me.
Well, we have more with Jill. Go to jillzarin.com to get those masks. On the other side of the break, we got to talk about Housewives when we come back. Back after this, everyone.
do not promote their own businesses. It's very déclassé. It's just not done,
Well,
Jill.
that's your opinion. I don't
It's
agree.
fact.
It
You
is
want me to bring you up to the social register? If you want, I'd be happy to. I just think it's
I didn't know you know
tacky.
where it is, but that's
Yeah,
fine.
of course I know where it is.
Where is
Jill.
it?
Jill, it's tacky.
Tell me where it is.
Jill, it's tacky.
Just tell me where the social register is.
Jill.
Oh, nothing in reality TV was like watching Jill and Ramona go at it. Welcome back with our special guest from the Real
That is the
Housewives of
best.
New York, Jill
Thank you.
Zarin. Don't forget to go to jillzarin.com. Seriously, Jill, I mean this. You know how to do it. I said this about you and Nene and Bethany. You knew how to do it, and I wanted to ask you on that note because I've been with you since the beginning. Was there a point, Jill, when you knew this was more of a TV show? Because I remember you saying at the reunion in season 2, you were celebrating the fact that there were 2 housewives from New York with best-selling books. When was the moment you thought this is a phenomenon?
I think when after the show started airing the first season and we got into the New York Times and Harper's Bazaar did a feature on us and we were like number 17, I remember, on Entertainment Weekly's board. And I remember that the New York Times did a big story on me and a caricature. Like I knew something big was going to happen. I did not expect 12 years. That I don't think anybody could expect that. Nobody. But it's phenomenal. It really is.
No,
and honestly, it's all thanks to Andy Cohen. I think Andy Cohen was the glue, even though he's not involved, I don't think, in most of the show's production. Because of Watch What Happens Live and the whole cult following, I think that's part of the magic that's kept this show alive. I do. You know what I'm addicted to now?
There's been so much. There's been so many stories.
Selling Sunset.
No, tell me. Oh, no, go ahead.
Have you seen Selling Sunset yet on Netflix?
No, I haven't.
It's a combo of Housewives and $1 Million Listing, but the girls are magnificent and the clothing is unbelievable. The star of it, Christina, is like if Erica Jane had a daughter. It's unbelievable. So I'm surprised that Rob wouldn't grab that show, to be honest.
Okay. Every time I look up, Housewives is in my algorithm for the internet when I look up stories for the show. Every other day, there is a story about you possibly returning to the show. Can we just set the record straight once and for all? Would you ever go back to the show?
No, not the way it was, because the show's not the way it was. It's a different show. I would love coming back as a guest. I love, and I would have liked to have come back a little more this season. I think I would have, but it just didn't work out that way. And I was in Florida a lot, and just the timing and filming and all that. But now I don't even know if there's even an opportunity this season. I think they're going to film again. I know it's going to be very difficult, very difficult. And I'm in Florida now. I mean, I don't see myself coming back to New York for a while. I'm going back this weekend, but then after that, I'm not going to be back for a while.
Well, we only have like 30 seconds. I have to ask, because if you watch The Housewives with Jill, you knew when you loved Gloria. How's Gloria, Jill? How's mom?
My parents are amazing. My dad was just sitting behind me in the chair. My father comes here every single day. He sits behind me. He watches me work. I ask him questions. He's my mentor. My father's an attorney and a businessman, an entrepreneur. So everything I learned from my dad. And I'm so lucky. He's 91 years old, but he's 91 years young. And my mother is fantastic. And she comes over for lunch once or twice a week with the girls. She loves it. We have a whole group of girls who work here. So it's been fun and exciting. And Allison being my partner, nothing could be better.
Nothing's better. Well, I love you, sweetie. Please come back. Whenever you do a project, let me know. We will shout it from the rooftop. So the mask, candles, rugs, everything. JillZarin.com.
And I have clocks coming.
Thank
I
you,
have
sweetheart.
big, beautiful clocks coming at the end of the month. So definitely check out JillZarin.com.
There we go. Jill Zarin, everyone. Thank you, Jill. We're going to take a break. We'll be back with Shane right after this.